Welcome to our little workshop, Rooster Workshop, on hiking products that we do. Hopefully you'll work out what type of hiking product you might want for the boat you sail and for the age and fitness of you. So in reasonable comfy boats, I find a pair of Pro Hikers work a dream because they fit the side of the boat that I'm sailing. And the more you can keep your legs straight, the more it keeps your bum out of the water, which gives you more freeboard, which makes the boat sail flatter and makes it go faster. But in a laser, I find I don't quite have the fitness as I used to have, and I find that I end up sitting on the side deck with a pad inside the edge of the boat. So I'm getting no benefit from the pad whatsoever. So my favorite is Pro Hikers no pads. And the benefit of that is I can fit the hike pad wherever it needs to go inside the garment. And then I've got the beauty of a hike pad that's both giving me lift, increasing my freeboard and giving me comfort. But I might have to position it a lot further up the garment than you might think. But I can promise you that the effect is fantastic when you're hiking, because you've got this extra lift from the shaped hike pad, and you've got the hike pad just where you need it to take away the pain. So I just love the flexibility of the pads, and ours are the stiffest and the most shaped pads you can get on the market to give you the most lift. They're my favorite at the moment. Now, perhaps it's because I am a bit short, and if you're more of a long leg person, you find no problem with a pair of Pro Hikers, because long leg people can reach the toe strap easier. They don't have to hyperextend their feet, and they can have nice comfort hiking, and they have a simplicity of hike pad that's got a built-in pad with it. So I can use these in Tazars and other boats that have comfy hiking positions, but I really struggle in a laser or Ilka at the moment. Other products that you can put pads into are, if I'm sailing in Florida, let's say, our Pro Rash leggings. Again, they've got the same furs on the back that you can stick the pad to. Very light, very cool, no problems at all. You don't have to use hike pads with them. You can use them for just normal sailing if you want to. And the same with Thermoflex legs. Again, you can position the pad where you want to get the most comfort out of it. And I don't tend to do a lot of sailing in Florida, but in the UK I do sail quite a bit with a Supertherm long john, not with the ladies version I got around though, because that might not suit my face colour, but with the unisex one. But again, you can put hike pads into our Supertherm long john and our Thermoflex long john. I do find after about a week sailing that I start to get a bit sore between the pad and knee, and sometimes I could wear a pair of essential neoprene shorts inside the suit to protect my body from the roughness of the pad. But I tend to go for the Race Armor Light shorts because you can fit the pad in just where you want to. They're very secure around the waist, and I get comfort of hiking with neoprene between me and the hike pad. When you're kind of new to sailing with hike pads, because there was a time, once upon a time, where nobody even used them, but when you get people that have never used them before and find them a bit, wow, this is a bit weird, walking around with bricks on the back of my leg, we tend to suggest taking a smaller sized hike pad just to remove the awkwardness of them, so how they can affect you bending your leg or how you feel. So we tend to start off offering people the smaller pads. But if you're very experienced and you don't mind walking around like a bit of a penguin on the beach occasionally, then I'd suggest to go for the longest that you can bear. Now, the first pair of hikers we ever designed were our classic hikers, and those classic hikers are great for master sailors, and they're also perfect for topper sailors too, because the side deck's just in the right place for topper sailors. Try and buy the tightest size you can get if you really want a performance hiker, because as soon as the neoprene gets wet, the glue between the nylon and the neoprene tends to absorb the water and get a bit looser, and so the whole neoprene becomes a loose Lamongi thing. And if you want performance, you don't want the stretch and the flexibility. Well, that's the list of products. We do offer wear protection shorts, which you might think is a bit silly now, because our neoprene on our products is the most durable neoprene on the market for the bums and the places where you wear things out on any boat. You might want to use these if you are going to use our standard Pro Hikers, because the padding on them and them initially are a bit slippery, which we suggest you rough it down a bit to make it grippier on the side of the boat. But you could also use these wear protection shorts to help grip the boat as well, because it kind of get wet and get to stick to the boat nicely in the beginning. But also it may be that it makes the hike pad last for longer and longer and longer, and maybe you'll come back in 15 years time and say, I've got a pair of Rooster hikers, they've worn out, can I have new pair please? Anyway, that's it from today's workshop. Any questions, don't forget to drop us a line.